Probably.
They arrived at the merchant's hut, where Sebastian introduced his companions to an elderly woman named Elia.
Elia? This is the Merchant of the Woods.
You were expecting a man, weren't you?
Yes, and someone less wrinkled, with a shop full of weapons.
Forgiving Yoshka's indelible charm, he does have a point. Were you robbed?
Allow me to show you something.
The old woman reached into a brown leather bag beside her. She revealed a fine blade.
My gift to you. The rest will require a fee.
Thank you kindly. But your bag is clearly empty. What more have you to sell?
Empty? Is it now?
She reached into the bag and retrieved a bow. Once more, a spear. A third time, a shield. The group stood in silence as she returned all three items to her bag. Her empty bag.
I don't believe it.
Of course, it's a magic
This
bag.
bag reveals items as readily as said items are ready to be revealed. It is that simple.
Years later, your literal bag of tricks still amazes me.
I will provide weapons and armor. I ask only for fair payment.
Well, you speak as though you plan to join us.
You fear I will slow you down?
Let's just say you don't. The question remains, where the hell are we going? We're off to find the sun and send the old man to the god who crafted a legendary sword. A god I'm not so sure I believe in the first place.
Oh, Hadur is very real. The Firesmith King of the Copper Forest.
Do you know how to reach him?
No, but I do know who can. We must go.
As they left the great forest, the old woman revealed their destination, a fortress known as Balványos. There, they would find a Taltos to lead them to the land of the gods. After many miles of complaints from Yoshka, they reached the bridge. A very broken bridge.
This should not be like this.
No, it should not.
A woman drew near. She spoke in a somber tone, a tone of great loss.
A curse has claimed this
System age.
path.
More curses? And who are you?
I'm Kella of the Stonemasons Guild. Well, formerly.
Your reputation precedes you. Even I know of the stonemasons.
We built Deva Fortress, but not without sacrifice. Great sacrifice.
Yes, a dark enchantment created this castle.
And a dark enchantment has ripped it apart.
Going around Deva will cost us days.
Then we still pass through it.
No, you don't. Not without a fight. A very supernatural one at that.
We're really not done fighting ghosts, are we?
Ha! If it means fulfilling our quests, I should hope not.
Very well then. I will join you, for there is much more to tell.
Weird. We have 6 companions? 5? I'm not sure the old woman's gonna fight. Maybe presumptuous of me, but they may disappear at the campfires as a merchant to steal items. The former leader of the legendary stonemasons of the Operencia has promised much more to tell regarding the enchanted tragedy of Deva Fortress. But what could that be? Well, what could that be? All you know at this point is that this place totally creeps you out. Alright, rage attacks work better against enemies farther away. Skeletons are particularly susceptible to fire attacks. Interesting, it's good to know. I have to keep that in mind. It's a good thing we're going down the fire tree. As always. Keep off water. Looks kind of Borderlandish. I'm sorry to say, but this is where we're gonna actually stop the episode, TBH, after we fight that guy in front of us.
And then they followed an old woman and a mason into a haunted castle. No one is ever gonna believe this.
The swirling whirlwind atop this castle. What was that, Keller?
Our destination. My hammer, Stoneheart, is locked in place there. Without it, I'm not only useless to you, I'm also unable to lift the castle's curse.
We need only pass through.
Yet, you will not pass without the curse being lifted. And lift it we shall.
Are you ever going to tell us what actually happened here?
Yes, at least what I know. But let's get moving first.
Do you think we'll see the villager we spoke to? He said he was headed to Deva.
Then he was headed toward his doom.
No great loss. There was something off about him.
While you could use some lessons in empathy, I also tend to agree with your assessment of his persona. Something off, indeed.
Did I see that correctly? Fast traveling. Previous locations are now available to revisit via the world map at campfires. I like that. I like that a lot. Interactions. Elia's shop. Elia sells equipment, recipes, and mystic wares, all from a mysterious source. Access the store at any campfire. Will she buy things? Because we don't need all these weapons. But yeah, we're gonna stop this playthrough as soon as we find yeah, her hammer probably bridges the gap in the Great Forest. Those little floating pieces of bridge. This map isn't actually that big at all. Only 8 secrets? Okay.
It won't move. It's too heavy. It won't move. It's too heavy.
So we're gonna need something for that.
Don't look at me. I don't have that key.
I don't think I've seen any hidden walls just yet. You know, I was gonna stop here, but I'm not. There's no point. Right? Because literally, it's not that big of 14% already, and I just walked around for 2 minutes.
I sense the presence of the living. Assist me.
Who?
I await your rescue.
Rather presumptuous, isn't he?
And yet, I'm very curious.
Well, you're not wrong. Hey, buddy. Actually, no. Can't see fans. You seem
I'm
to
so
be
used to
fire
fighting
moves, so
skeletons
fire
now.
moves won't work.
Their rotting flesh makes these fellows so much more personable.
Control, immune, spawner, poison resist. Why is everything poison resistant? What even is this game? It's like Yorska is... yeah, weak, I guess. Put it that way. I understand the combat now, TBH. Yeah, I still need to give him a move that hits everybody, TBH. Apparently he's a spawner too, so I'll have to keep that in mind. These guys are rather weak. Magic Spear, 188 gold. New journal entry added. Burned walkers. The dead roam the grounds of Deva Fortress. Their flesh isn't just rotting, rather it appears to be completely burned. That does mix rather well with the whole torch look of the cursed castle, as much as I like it. To be some sort of deranged avant-garde choice for interior design. Who could have caused such a thing? It's curse after curse in this adventure. And still things manage to surprise me. On their own, these burned walkers seem easy enough to defeat until they spawn these awful sub-creatures from the rotting, corroded corpse. It's disgusting. Ooh, they multiply. Like straight up multiply. Ilya, the merchant of the woods is now the merchant of our party. What an old hag. Ilya seems harmless enough, but then she unleashes some harsh insult upon you. Goes without saying, I like her. I still don't know why she chose to set up shop in that awful forest, but she has certainly led a fascinating life. She claims to have actually been there at Attila's fateful slaying of the dead. From there, she roamed Operencia, selling her goods and hobnobbing with royalty like Count Iper of Balfanos. Before there was an oversized rat dung everywhere before it was over. Okay. Lily carries a sack with her that mysteriously provides us with weapons, armor, and items when we need them. Or something like that. Sounds like a product of the underworld, if you ask me. She certainly tells enough deranged tales around the campfire to make me feel she knows that domain of darkness all too well. She especially loves frightening poor Mize with her dramatic delivery. Even though I do like Ilya, there's a strange darkness about her. I just can't put my finger on it. She's hiding something from us. I just wonder when we'll find out what that is. If it's the kind of thing we even want to know. Interesting. Here's the key. A chest key? Cage key, actually. And it's a campfire right here. That's good. That's what I like to see. There you go. Couldn't get it for a second.
I must know more about your lovely intangible armory there, Elia.
My bag. You just want to know if it's really worth stealing.
We met such a short time ago, old woman. Yet you know me so well.
I can't believe I've never asked myself. Where does that bag come from, Elia?
The story of how I attained it is for another day. But would you believe it was found at the battlefield after Thade's underworld invasion?
That actually sounds plausible. If so, it's very likely a tool of the underworld.
Yes, for all we know, Erdog's own personal blacksmith hands things to me through the ether. Having no idea he arms midworlders preparing themselves for war against his own kind.
How devilish of us.
Well, Erdog literally is the devil. So what goes around comes around, I suppose. Look, I don't know how it works, but as long as it gets its gold in return, it seems to be happy. Speaking of which, you look like you want to spend some right now. Get your gold ready. New stock has arrived.
You're not wrong, I do want to buy something. But let's save real quick. Put it right here. Yeah, that's good. I actually really like this type of game. Cauldron
Welcome to
Bender.
the humble shop of the Merchant of the Woods.
Humble seems an understatement. It's just you and your sack, isn't it?
I need nothing else, and nor do you. Simply view my list and tell me what you like. Assuming you have the gold, of course.
Where does the list come from?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yes, we would.
So demanding, Yoshka. And you wonder why no one likes you?
I assure you, there are many other reasons.
Well, I try not to dislike someone based on their looks.
Hey,
The list comes from the same place the items do. The same place where the items you sell me return to, I imagine.
We can sell you items as well.
So long as you don't have them equipped, yes. You can even buy them back if you like, for a slight markup.
Ah, indeed. That's the area I've always known.
I'll find a way to surprise you someday, old friend. I promise.
Pleasantly, I hope.
Yes, me too.
So here's the vendor, and she's probably gonna become our repair smith. Sell magic spear, arming sword, armor, jewelry valuables, shiny gem, belts. That's cute. Might as well sell everything. Let's see what she has. Weapons, armor, jewelry, valuables. I don't need firewood. Firewood is useless. Strength. That's useless. Iron shoulder pad. Oh. This isn't so useless. I'm gonna buy that. Achievement unlocked. One for the team. Bought equipment for a familiar. Ash wand. Two-handed axe. Wow. It seems like he's just getting a market upgrade. Ash wand. Fire damage. Critical damage. I'll buy this. Just on the off chance I actually really do need it. I'll buy this spike mace too. Let's see what's supposed to sell. Ooh, look at this. Tomb of Rekka. Great Forest. Tomb of Rekka. Deva Fortress. Lake of Anna. Yes, yes. We can actually go back everywhere. Okay, let's save the game again in the exact same spot. Now we're gonna need some gold, TBH. Arming sword. Used by all knights around. Oh, I didn't realize we had that. Orska. Mezzi. Let's give him the two-handed axe. TBH. Why not? It's two-handed, so I can't use that. Okay. This spear is actually out using living its usefulness for the time being. Dash one. Okay, let's see. Anything else? Oh yeah, I forgot to give Mezzi the armor too. Really? It decreases my damage by 3. By that much? That's not good at all. You're supposed to be our heavy hitter. TBH. Probably give it to my character, TBH. Sebastian, let's see what we have. Give him the spike mace. Oh, I bought that for absolute nothing. Okay, and I'm probably gonna sell all of our useless inventory. So this should be straight up better. I don't have no strength. Oops. So I bought that for no reason too. Okay, let's go back
It's
to her
said
and sell
this
a few
bag is
things.
powered by underworld magic.
Oh, this was a waste of money. Don't care about this. Sandals. Anything that's broken, I'm gonna keep. Gloves, leather shoes, leather band braces, linen shoes, leather coon, leather tunic, fish shoe, rags, tunic, hat, tunic, two rags, sandals, linen cloth, tunic. wasted some of my money. TBH. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Wasted majority of my money. I'm gonna keep the arming sword. Never know. Keep the battle axe. You never know. Keep this. I'll keep the staffs just in case. I don't need the halberd, beater sword, regular knife. I'll keep the oak wand. You never know. Shorelands damage can cause a bow. Keep that for the time being. Small crossbow. Don't need any of this. I'll keep the cleaver, sword, rusty dagger, fleet, sling, long sword, don't need it, staff, rope, rusty sword, club, keep. Anything that looks important, I'm gonna keep. Yeah, I spent my money on absolute nothing, TBH. I really shouldn't do that. Just really pay attention to what my characters need. Actually, hold on. Let's see something. Maybe, just maybe. I don't think I saved. Maybe I can stop that from happening. That way I can save a lot of money until she has something I do want to buy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop this gameplay. I have to refree this guy. My fingers and body is just freezing. It's unnaturally cold here for some odd reason. I need to go warm my hands up. Oh, it's autosave too.
I'm so used to fighting skeletons now. Their rotting flesh makes these fellows so much more personable.
Oh. I was easier the second go around.
I must know more about your...
My back.
We met...
I can't.
Is that accurate?
How devilish of us.
Well, look, speak. You'll want. Welcome to the
Humble seems an
I'd simply.
Where does the list come?
Yeah,
So,
I assure...
well,
Hey,
the list.
We can say
So look,
Ah, and
I'll.
pleasantly.
Yeah.
Alright, look at that. So I don't need any of her equipment. Besides the ash wand, the draconic necklace, and the two-handed axe. That's all I need. Sell all the valuables. Okay, let's remember. I'm gonna sell anything that doesn't look important. All these gotta go. Keep the leather shield, tunic, hat, tunic, rack numbers. All the armor. Let's get the weapons. Okay, let's start from the top. Okay, I want that. I want this, I want that, I want this. Don't care for that anymore. Don't need that or that. Keep the old one just in case. Shorelands damage. Okay, these gotta go. Everything I sold beforehand. Keep that too. Who knows? Maybe we are able to strengthen stuff in the future. Destroy the rest of the sword.